Greta Garbo started in silent films during the 1920s and quickly became known for her enigmatic presence in movies like Grand Hotel, 1932, and Camille, 1936. Marlene Dietrich began in German cinema before making a successful Hollywood transition with films such as The Blue Angel, 1930, and Morocco, 1930. Clara Bao, the original It Girl, rose to fame with silent hits like It, 1927, and Wings, 1927, embodying the flapper era. Joan Crawford and Barbara Stanwyck both started in silent films and evolved with the advent of talkies, starring in classics like Mildred Pierce, 1945, and Double Indemnity, 1944, respectively. Other notable film-born stars include Jean Harlow, known for her early 1930s talkies, and Shirley Temple, who began as a beloved child actress in the mid-1930s. These women helped define the Golden Age, shaping the image of Hollywood glamour and talent through their film debuts and enduring performances. Marlene Dietrich began her acting career in German cinema during the late 1920s, quickly gaining attention for her captivating screen presence and unique style. Her breakthrough came with the film The Blue Angel, 1930, directed by Joseph von Sternberg. This movie not only made her a star in Germany but also caught the attention of Hollywood. Soon after, Dietrich moved to the United States and signed with Paramount Pictures, where she continued her rise in the film industry. In Hollywood, Dietrich became known for her glamorous, sophisticated image and her distinctive husky voice, which added to her allure during the transition to sound films. One of her most famous early American films was Morocco, 1930. Also directed by von Sternberg, which earned her an Academy Award nomination and cemented her status as a leading lady of the era. Throughout the 1930s and 1940s, Dietrich starred in numerous iconic films, blending mystique with sensuality. She remains one of the most enduring and influential actresses of Hollywood's golden age. Clara Bao was one of the most iconic actresses of Hollywood's silent film era and is famously known as the original It Girl. She rose to fame in the 1920s, captivating audiences with her vivacious energy, charm, and relatable girl-next-door appeal. Bao's breakthrough came with the 1927 film It, which popularized the term It Girl to describe a woman with irresistible charisma and sex appeal. This role made her an overnight sensation and a symbol of the flapper generation. Another major highlight of her career was the film Wings, 1927, the first movie to win the Academy Award for Best Picture. Bao's performance helped solidify her status as a top star in silent cinema. Known for her natural acting style and magnetic screen presence, Clara Bao embodied the spirit of the Roaring Twenties. Although she struggled with the transition to sound films due to studio pressures and personal challenges, Bao's impact on Hollywood and popular culture remained significant. She helped define a new era of youthful, modern femininity in American cinema. Joan Crawford began her career in silent films during the early 1920s, quickly establishing herself as a talented and versatile actress. She initially worked as a dancer and model before breaking into Hollywood, where her expressive face and strong screen presence made her a natural fit for silent cinema. Crawford successfully transitioned to talkies, adapting her style to the new sound era and continuing to build her reputation. Throughout the 1930s and 1940s, she became one of MGM's top stars, known for her determination and intense performances. Some of her most memorable films include Grand Hotel, 1932, where she was part of an all-star cast, and Mildred Pierce, 1945, which earned her an Academy Award for Best Actress. In Mildred Pierce, Crawford portrayed a strong, complex woman facing personal and professional challenges, showcasing her depth as an actress. Crawford's career spanned several decades, and she remained a significant figure in Hollywood, embodying the glamour and resilience of the Golden Age. Her legacy endures as one of classic cinema's most iconic stars. Barbara Stanwyck began her career in the silent film era, initially appearing in shorts and low-budget features during the 1920s. Known for her strong work ethic and natural screen presence, she quickly gained recognition for her ability to portray tough, independent women with depth and nuance. As films transitioned to sound, Stanwyck adapted seamlessly, becoming one of Hollywood's most versatile and enduring actresses. Throughout the 1930s and 1940s, she starred in a wide variety of films, including dramas, comedies, and film noirs. Two of her most famous films are Ball of Fire, 1941, a witty comedy where she played a spirited nightclub singer, and Double Indemnity, 1944, a classic film noir where her portrayal of a cunning femme fatale remains iconic. Stanwick's career was marked by her ability to bring strength and complexity to her roles, often playing characters who were resilient yet vulnerable. Her impact on the golden age of Hollywood is significant, and she remains celebrated as one of the era's greatest actresses, known for both her talent and professionalism. Joan Fontaine was a prominent actress of Hollywood's golden age who began her film career in the late 1930s. She made her debut in the movie Service de Luxe in 1938. Born in 1917, Joan was the younger sister of actress Olivia de Havilland, and both sisters made significant marks in the film industry during the same era. Unlike her sister, who often played strong-willed characters, Joan was known for her subtle, nuanced performances, often portraying women with vulnerability and depth. Fontaine quickly rose to fame for her roles in suspense and drama films. One of her most famous performances was in Alfred Hitchcock's Rebecca, 1940, which earned her an Academy Award nomination. She won the Academy Award for Best Actress for her role in Hitchcock's Suspicion, 1941. Becoming one of the few actresses to win an Oscar for a thriller, throughout her career, Joan Fontaine was admired for her grace and emotional range, making her one of the memorable stars of Hollywood's golden age who started their careers directly in films. Katherine Hepburn is one of the most iconic actresses of Hollywood's golden age, known for her strong-willed characters and distinctive presence on screen. She began her film career in the early 1930s, making her debut in the 1932 movie A Bill of Divorcement. Hepburn quickly gained attention for her natural acting style, which stood out during a time when many actors relied on more theatrical techniques. Over the years, she became famous for playing independent and spirited women, often challenging social conventions. Her performances in films like Morning Glory, 1933, for which she won her first Academy Award, helped establish her as a major star. Hepburn's career spanned more than 6 decades, during which she won a total of 4 Oscars for Best Actress, a record that still stands today. Known for her wit, intelligence, and fierce determination, Hepburn was not only a trailblazer in the film industry but also a symbol of strong female characters in classic Hollywood cinema. She remains a legendary figure who began her rise to fame directly through film. Bette Davis was one of the most influential actresses of Hollywood's golden age, known for her intense performances and strong, complex characters. She began her film career in the early 1930s, making her debut in the 1931 film Bad Sister. From the start, Davis showed a unique presence on screen that set her apart from many of her contemporaries. Throughout the 1930s and 1940s, she became famous for playing bold, sometimes controversial women who were far from the typical Hollywood heroine. Films like Of Human Bondage, 1934, Jezebel, 1938, and Dark Victory, 1939, solidified her reputation as a fearless and versatile actress. She won 2 Academy Awards for Best Actress during her career. Proving her talent and dedication to her craft, Bette Davis was also known for her rebellious spirit, often fighting against the Hollywood studio system to choose challenging roles. Her groundbreaking work helped change how women were portrayed on screen and left a lasting impact on the film industry. Davis remains a timeless icon who started her legendary career directly in films during Hollywood's golden age. Ingrid Bergman began her acting career in Swedish cinema during the early 1930s. She quickly gained attention for her natural beauty and expressive acting style. Her early Swedish films showcased her talent and helped her transition to Hollywood by the late 1930s. Once in the United States, Bergman's career took off rapidly. She became known for her versatility and charm, starring in a variety of genres from romance to thrillers. One of her most famous roles was as Ilsa Lund in the classic film Casablanca, 1942, alongside Humphrey Bogart. This film solidified her status as a Hollywood icon and remains one of the most beloved movies of all time. Bergman also starred in Alfred Hitchcock's Notorious, 1946, where her performance as a complex and courageous woman received critical acclaim. Throughout her career, Ingrid Bergman was celebrated for her emotional depth and elegance on screen. She won 3 Academy Awards and left a lasting legacy as one of Hollywood's greatest actresses. Marilyn Monroe began her career in films with a brief, uncredited appearance in Scudda Who? Scudda Hey! 1948. Before acting, she worked as a model and gained attention for her photogenic looks. This led to a screen test and a contract with 20th Century Fox. Unlike many actresses of her era, Monroe did not come from a theater or stage background. She learned acting entirely through film work and studio coaching. Her breakout roles came in the early 1950s with films like Niagara, 1953, Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, 1953, and The 7-Year Itch, 1955, which established her as a major star. With her blonde hair, breathy voice, and blend of innocence and sensuality, she became a cultural icon and one of the most enduring symbols of Hollywood glamour. Despite being typecast in comedic dumb blonde roles, Monroe pursued serious acting, studying at the Actors Studio in New York later in her career. Her impact on film, fashion, and celebrity culture remains profound, and she is still considered one of the most iconic actresses of Hollywood's golden age. Elizabeth Taylor began her film career at the age of 10, making her debut in There's One Born Every Minute, 1942. Born in London and raised in California, Taylor had no stage or theater background before entering Hollywood. Her striking violet eyes and natural poise quickly caught the attention of MGM, which signed her to a long-term contract. Her breakthrough came with National Velvet, 1944, where she played a young girl who disguises herself as a boy to enter a horse race. The film was a major success and launched her into stardom. As she matured, Taylor transitioned seamlessly from child star to one of Hollywood's most glamorous leading ladies. She starred in major films like A Place in the Sun, 1951, Giant, 1956, Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, 1958, and Cleopatra, 1963. Known for her beauty, talent, and dramatic personal life, she won 2 Academy Awards for Best Actress. Despite her fame, Taylor remained rooted in film from the beginning, never relying on theater to establish her career. She remains one of the most enduring legends of the golden age of Hollywood. Natalie Wood began her film career at the age of 5, appearing in Happy Land, 1943, in a small, uncredited role. Born in 1938 to Russian immigrant parents, she was pushed into acting at a young age and quickly caught the attention of Hollywood directors. Unlike many of her contemporaries, Wood had no theater or stage background. Her career was rooted entirely in film from the start. Her early roles often portrayed sweet, precocious children, but her breakout performance came at age 8 in Miracle on 34th Street, 1947, where she charmed audiences nationwide. As she transitioned into teenage and adult roles, Wood proved her depth as an actress. Her most iconic performance came in Rebel Without a Cause, 1955, where she starred opposite James Dean and earned her first Academy Award nomination at just 17. She continued to succeed in major films like West Side Story, 1961, and Splendor in the Grass, 1961. Natalie Wood's lifelong film career, beginning in early childhood and continuing through adulthood, made her one of the most recognizable and respected actresses of Hollywood's golden age. Jane Russell began her film career with the controversial western The Outlaw, 1943, produced and directed by Howard Hughes. She had no prior experience in theater or stage acting and was discovered largely for her striking looks and curvaceous figure. Hughes cast her in the lead role as Rio, and the film gained widespread attention, not only for its content but also for the marketing focused on Russell's image. Though the film faced censorship and delayed release, it made Russell a household name and an instant pin-up icon during World War II. Despite being initially promoted for her physical appeal, Russell proved herself a capable actress and singer. She starred in a number of successful films throughout the 1940s and 1950s, including The Paleface, 1948, His Kind of Woman, 1951, and The Musical Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, 1953, alongside Marilyn Monroe. Russell often played confident, wisecracking women and became known for her on-screen charisma. Unlike many actresses of her era, her career started directly in film, with no formal acting training or theatrical background, making her a true Hollywood discovery of the studio era.